Welcome, delighted to have everyone here. Grew up in a small town in Eastern Oregon, town of 1,000 with no traffic light. Incredible place. Right down there in the bottom of the valley is the town, and my great-grandfather had a cabin built in 1931. We still stay in it today. Russ Herman has been there. That picture was taken a month and a half ago. Eric Falston has been there also. Right inside the cabin front door, there's the cabin, and I lived my whole first grade year there, and my mom took me down to the bus stop, and then we ended up moving into town, but we still stay there today, 87-year-old cabin. Came down to U of A and also got a master's degree from Thunderbird and stayed here, been here going on 33 years. Turned 50 last March, don't feel a day over 60, right, Richard? Had the opportunity to work with Merrill Lynch and Smith Barney, and I did well in that industry, but I'd lost my passion, and so I sold my book and gave up my licenses and doing some other fun things these days. So there are my two kids. As you all know, they grow up way too fast. And my daughter, Chandler, is now a freshman at ASU. And my son, George Jr., isn't so junior. He's 6'4", big kid. They're both doing great. Got married 2 days ago. Cynthia and I have been dating we've been dating 4.5 years and living together for 2, and she's the love of my life, and we're doing great. Must be the sign of the times. The judge says, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may update your Facebook status. So there's a big happy family. Some of you know my brother on the far right, and my mom there, third from the left. Cynthia also has 2 kids, Matthew and Hannah, 19 and 16. 2 great dogs. Jesse's a terrier, and Buddy's a golden doodle, and they're buddies. Uh-oh. There we go. So, go back. So yes, I've been known to wear face paint, and I've retired this costume. Too many people were freaked out, but anyway. Love the Cardinals, and that was with Nate over here at a Cardinal game a few years ago. And my son and I had the opportunity to be at the Minneapolis Miracle game on January 14th. What an incredible time. I've always been told I have a voice for radio. I already know I have a face for radio. So been commentating for 2 years at Corona del Sol High School. I'm going to be doing the varsity games this fall for the stadium. So that's a lot of fun. One of my other burning desires is to have a treehouse built in the timber of Arizona. If you've ever seen Treehouse Masters, that's an amazing show, and so that's something pretty cool that I enjoy watching. So now to business and to get to my why. At the age of 6, my parents divorced and my dad lived out of state. There's no Facebook or cell phones, and the way my dad built a strong relationship with me and my younger brother, he sent handwritten letters, cards, and pictures. There's no Facebook, there's no email, there's no cell phones, and so that's how he stayed in touch with us, and so that's how I learned to build a strong relationship and stay in touch with others, sending letters, cards, and pictures. So people say, how long have you been doing this? And I say 45 years. I'm celebrating a lot. My birthday is this Saturday, so I'll have been doing this for 45 years, and I'm very passionate about helping people build a strong relationship and stay in touch. So Send Out Cards is a 15-year-old company. It's all cloud-based. The technology works on your smartphone, tablet, laptop, desktop, and it's not a card service. It's a system to help you build relationships to stay in touch. That's what it is, to help you build strong relationships which lead to repeat and referral business. So there's templates, there's different size cards to send out. You can send out postcards, 2-panel cards with or without an envelope. There's all kinds of choices. There's different pre-made templates you can choose from, makes it very simple. You can drop logos, photos, artwork on and in the cards. It's tremendously customizable. We have 1,000 different gifts in the system. If you've ever received brownies or a key from me, you've experienced and merged the old school technology of sending a note with our cards and gifts, and that's the beautiful power of Send Out Cards. We have something called a campaign that you can have a pre-made card and save it, and then you can send out 10, 100, 1,000 at a time, and it merges with the system. And you can do that weekly, you can do that monthly, you can do it quarterly. Don't know what that is. Keep rolling. Oh, it's okay. Keep hitting it. So we're I didn't know it loaded individually. So, you know, the whole taxi business, the whole Skype and Facebook, everything has become an app these days. We do so many things on our smartphone, and that's the same with send out cards. We are only in 7 countries, as Marty said, and we're revolutionizing that business, and we're only getting started. So 2/3 of your clients leave you because they don't feel appreciated, they never hear from you, you're just not in touch. So this is a convenient, effective way to stay in touch with your clients and your referral partners, because again, it leads to repeat and referral business. Every month that you're not in touch with a client, your center of influence and your influence and ability goes down 10% of retaining that client. So this is another way to stay in close touch. Joe Girard is in the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's greatest salesman 13 consecutive years in the 60s and 70s. He sold GMs, he sold Chevys in Detroit. There were no Facebook, there's no cell phones, and there's no email. He sent a greeting card to everyone he knew monthly, plus a birthday card. It wasn't important who he knew, it's who knew him when they needed a car, right? And it's true of all of our businesses. When people think of you, they want or need your service, and that's what you want them to do. His record is he sold 18 new cars in one day and 174 in 1 month. And it's astounding, but it's so simple, it's profound. I'm blessed and humbled that there's only about 180 people with send out cards globally that are at or above the rank of executive, and I promoted on Eclipse Day, which was August 21st, and really passionate about that. And was on the Eagle's Nest a couple years ago, an international advisory committee, and was an Eagle's Nest promotion winner this last fall. So great referrals and great referral partners. At your place setting, you have a blue paper. I would encourage you to take that home with you. If you have not personally created one of these, I will help you create it as a mentor. On one side is my gains profile. On the other side is how to introduce me and language to listen for. So for example, the what and how questions. So you ask people, what do you do to follow up with clients or prospects? How do you remember their birthday? What do you send your biggest client on their birthday? Ask that question today of your clients. If they say, well, I don't know their birthday or I don't track it, you need to be tracking it because you'll get more referrals from that. And then here's a list and categorized of different great referrals. The real estate power team is arguably at the top. For example, 2/3 of people that utilize a realtor to purchase a home do not reuse the same realtor on the next transaction. That's the National Association of Realtors statistic. So this is a great way that I can help them. Helped a realtor last year do $20 million in business. He's one realtor. So I'm confident in being able to help a lot of professions. And so my tagline is custom greeting cards, guaranteed impact. So I receive testimonials and thank yous 2 to 4 a week, and here are some of them. Made my day. Thanks for the card and brownies. Appreciate our friendship. That one came in Saturday. Thanks for the anniversary card. My wife and I both appreciated it. That was yesterday. And then thanks for the card and brownies. Very thoughtful. It's a matter of staying in touch. Again, it doesn't matter what industry or business you're in. So this was on Facebook. And a website designer sends it, whenever he talks to someone on the phone, he sends out a card and brownies without fail. The bottom part is those 4 people he spoke with, he didn't meet any of them in person, all 4 of them went with him because that was the differentiating factor versus his competitors that didn't send anything and no follow-up. So it's a great tool to bring in additional business and serve as a gatekeeper type of thing. I know Ryan personally, and this is on Facebook as well, and he currently has 11 realty transactions on the board right now, and all 11 are currently as a result of sending out a card. I mean, it's so old school that it works so well because it's so unique. Building strong relationships lead to repeat and referral business, and that's what I'm really passionate about. Thanks so much for your time.
Well done.